the true heir of Mansa Musa, as Mali, have the highest development possible. So, let's not forget that Mali starts off in a disaster. It's gonna be,
so good.
Well, it's more of the man who, almost destroyed the Egyptian economy and then saved it by giving out too much gold and gold and silver. But
yeah,
for
Chad,
those
as you all
people
know-
who are unaware of who Florry is, perhaps we should show them.
Yeah, let's
Take it away.
Is Florry so good that he can invade other players' games? This is the question on everyone's mind as we go into the penultimate week. A win over the student today should be enough to guarantee him a spot in the final and the chance to become the first ever 6-time champ. Will Florry fly or falter?
Mr.
Hello?
Florry in the flesh.
The camera gets bigger every time.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
I think that's you guys.
We're getting smaller, is what you're trying to say?
That's
Yeah.
a really hurtful thing to say.
Old age.
Dude wins like 3 games in a row and suddenly we're small to him. Okay, sure, that's fine. That's a bold
His
thing to say
ego's
when you're wearing,
inflated.
what, Gaddafi's cap? What is that?
Gaddafi's cap.
Bro's got that dictator bling
It's falling
on.
apart. It's falling apart. Look at
Oh,
this.
so did
You heard it
Gaddafi.
here live, ladies and gentlemen. Florryworry confirmed to have participated in the Libyan coup in 2011.
So we know that you weren't too happy with this one. Do you want to take us through that?
Well, I mean, it's just that I've not played Mali, so I don't. And I know they have a nasty disaster, and I've got no idea what to do. So, but I took a little bit of a look at the mission tree. It doesn't seem like it's too punishing.
There you have it, folks. Florry,
Not confident.
frazzled, not his usual cool, calm self. Not that he's ever been. Probably our most panicky guy here. Let's be real. You know, this is pretty much it for Florry. Does he go number 1, like 99%, or does he not? And does he encounter trouble later on in the tournament? We'll see. Once we get to know his opponent right here.
The student has finally gotten into the swing of things. We've been waiting for the sleeping giant to wake, and it feels like he finally has with a dominant performance against Slavic. This is just in time too, as a win over Florry today would secure him the number 1 spot going into the final week. So let's see, is it time for the student to finally become the master?
Hello. Yeah, I'm doing fine so far. But I think it's the worst possible challenge that you can get against such a talented player.
Oh no!
Well, we've just heard from Florry, and he said he's never played Mali before. Have you ever played Mali?
Yeah, but actually, I also never played Mali, but Florry is very good in wide gameplay. So yeah, we'll see what I can do. Nothing is lost yet, but I have nothing to lose here.
Well, you do have the number 1 spot to lose. A win today puts you almost guaranteed, almost, not quite, into the grand final. A loss today makes things very, very interesting and could potentially put you up for elimination.
Yeah.
So you say there's nothing to lose.
Everything to lose.
No pressure, but you're against, the 5-time champ, and there's a lot on the line. So there's that. And neither of you have played Mali before, so I'm very excited for this. You've got every chance today, and we wish you luck. So make sure to get into the game, ready up, get the game started, and we'll let you know when the challenge is starting.
And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, in my game. I'm spectating the student this week. Mali, as you all know, the reason we chose this is because it is, I would say, a pretty difficult start. It does start off with one of the worst disasters in the game. As soon as you unpause right here, the decline of Mali. These are the negative effects you get. +1 national rest, plus 15% stab cost, minus 33% caravan power, which is inland trade power. And then, of course, we do have plus 0.05 monthly autonomy change, along with some super, super horrible events that make you lose a bunch of manpower, pop a bunch of different rebels, lose a bunch of stab, and you gotta complete 84 different missions to end this disaster. This is the
real
mission
number.
you gotta end.
Florry has done the correct thing in completing these 2 missions immediately. So what this does is when your king dies, pretend rebels aren't going to rise up, and over here, when you do have the disaster, the estates will remain loyal. Those 2 things are very, very important.
Yeah.
You need to get... I cannot stress this enough. You could expand quite a lot as Mali. You are, by pure numbers, without the disaster, the strongest nation in the region. You just are.
Yeah.
You have gold, you have the ability to expand, you have good ideas. You're in a good place. Like, don't sleep on that land attrition and tolerance when it comes to an area that is a lot of fetishist as well
Yeah.
as a kind of rough in terms of attrition. So
Yeah.
You're the strongest nation, but things go very, very, very badly if you disrespect the disaster. And hopefully, both of our players are skilled enough to know that. But this is an argument that the student made that Florry's good at wide campaigns.
Yeah.
So we'll see. You can potentially conquer most of this area if you so choose, and then you might be up to development or
Guinea region.
Yeah.
In the students' game, a competent court hasn't been completed. Neither has Gaina State Favors. Neither has Mansa 2 Arms. So, can we already say that this is a worse start? Like just 4 minutes in, like big mistake here, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Categorically.
I think so.
It's
I
not
think so.
impossible to pull it back from here. It's difficult.
Yeah.
Mainly, again, those events are horrible to be dealing with. Oh yeah, like, and this is the key part, Marley. You wanna expand really quickly because you have the lag time at the start where you don't you start as a normal nation, if that makes sense. You start with manpower, you start with stability, and also a lot of these things will give you stability, and a lot of them are surrounding conquest. Like over here, going up there, Songhai, over here to Timbuktu. These things will give you stability, so you can actually have decently high stability, provided you take out Yolof, take out Timbuktu, and take out Songhai. After all that, your economy will.
Really? I'm gonna show off what we're looking at. This number right here is what we wanna know at the end of the game, right? Development, which includes your own development, which includes your subjects' development. As many of you know, subjects only count for half development. So if you have them, you might want to seize provinces if you can't annex them in time. You might want to, I don't know, annex them, of course. But this number right here is the, based on institutions. We don't care about institutions. If these guys get feudalism, renaissance, nothing like that, this is the number we're looking at. And with one dev click that the student did, he's now up at 109. Mali starts off with 108 development. Does that put him in the lead?
It does not. Florry's on 111.
Well, there you go. Florry already in the lead, ladies and gentlemen.
Big wins there.
He's allied Songhai?
He's allied Songhai.
I guess to help him beat Timbuktu, Jene, Kong.
Maybe. I mean,
maybe sell institutions to him if he's got the money.
That's a good start. I mean, he's playing this pretty well. I would be very aggressive. He did co-belligerent Jenny. Anytime I read this, I just think Forrest Gump. I'm not gonna lie. So he's gonna have to.
I watched
he's
it
gonna
recently.
have to go
Very
fight.
sad.
I mean, I didn't think it was sad. I thought it was very uplifting. But that's fine. We can differ.
It's
Well, it's emotional, just like you made me emotional when you insist that Parabellum is 2 words when it actually is 1, as we know.
Oh my god,
Look at the
listen,
stream
let's
title.
forget about this. Chat, if you've seen Forrest Gump, let me see all the Jenny haters put their hands up. All the Jenny haters put their hands up.
Oh man.
What? A different approach to Florry, man. Is he worried about maybe messing the nation up too much and, spiraling down and stuff like that? As we can see, he's staying at -3 stab, which, from a certain school of thought may be correct, since you will be losing stab either way, but he's only got his main army up right here. He did build it up a little bit. Manpower is down. No mercs up yet to help with any, rebels or pretenders or anything like that, even though not a lot have spawned so far, but also no wars, and he's only allied to Yao. Yao is not a bad ally, but they're pretty far away, man. They're pretty far away. You want, like, one of these 3 guys. Let's be real.
You want directly, if possible, because I want to see what he's clicking at, because he's pausing a little bit. He's 3 years ahead. Let's see.
Yeah.
No, we did see last time that the student likes to start a little bit slow.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious as to what the strategy is. He's got half legitimacy now as well. That's going to be rough.
That's true.
Oh, that's a bad fight. We'll see. Yep, he's going to lose that. Oh, he got stack wiped.
He got stack wiped.
Oh, that is
Florry
nasty.
Getting stack wiped live. Embarrassment continues to climb.
That is not fun. So it's him versus Timbuktu and Katsina. This is very, very favorable.
Aggressively chewing the gum, just like his father recently won the Champions League with Real Madrid.
Bro,
if he wants to hit Jolof, they're allied to Timbuktu. If he wants to hit Kong, they're allied to Jene in Timbuktu. If he wants to declare on Jene, they're allied to Ayur and Kong. And if he wants to hit Timbuktu, they're allied to Jolof, Kano, and Kong. None of these wars are possible with just Yao as your ally.
I think they are possible, but that's going to be painful over here. He does have a 1-6 general, which is pretty phenomenal, but it looks like... Oh, that's going to be some early losses. Okay, he recovered. That's fine. Now, the reason I'm pointing this kind of stuff out is because you get a lot of... these things build up, right? and you kind of want to conserve as much as possible, because look at these rebel factions on the side. That's a great little stack right there. Katsina should be piecing out very, very soon. Timbuktu is dealt with. This is a very clean war. Apart from that initial stack wipe, where I think he lost 7,000 troops in that initial stack wipe, you know?
Ooh, that's a lot.
That's a lot of troops.
Yeah.
That's kind of rough.
You gotta take as much as you can, man. Katsina is like in a weird position, but you do eventually want to get there, right? So maybe not that important for...
He's got big Liberty Desire, like Malices, right now. Oh, that's going to be rough. That's going to be painful. See, now this is what I mean. He's just lost 7,000 men that he can't really afford to replace. Now, these are mercenaries over here, but look, that's what I mean by he can't afford to replace them. Maximum manpower, 18,000. He's got 3,00 men in reserve. When fighting these rebels, you really do want to be over-committing to things, because you don't want to be, like, fighting even battles. It's kind of rough.
Even battles, you're going to lose.
Follow in this area. Has the student managed to declare war yet? As we're like,
yeah, if we flip to the student, he has just declared his first war, ladies and gentlemen, and he declared probably the toughest war. You're in his POV directly right now. You can see him sieging down Jolaf, but I'm gonna let you know that he declared on Timbuktu. Nice. Timbuktu's allies are Jolaf, obviously sieging right now, Kong, and Kano. Kano is all the way over here to the right. Not too relevant to what he's doing, but yeah, man, in this war, you know, you could, like, maybe separate piece all of these guys. It's kind of weird here, too. Half of them are Sunni, half of them are fetishist. Mali itself is Sunni, but all of the land, except for the capital, is fetishist. So, you know, you do have a little bit of trouble unless you give out some dhimmi privileges and stuff like that.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a lot of troops. I don't know about this. That's 21,000. That's a lot. That's a heavy loss. That's a heavy loss.
Okay, taking so much losses this campaign, ladies and gentlemen.
And that's the thing, but he still has manpower versus the student, who hasn't really been fighting as much.
Yeah.
Has none. So Florry, again, it's still very much ahead, still very much in the driver's seat in this challenge. But this is a lot of people to be fighting. I think it's a stack wipe.
It's not going to be another loss. Oh, it is.
Oh, it is. So what's happened? That's a very strong battle. Look at that stack wipe. There we go. No, that's a huge stack wipe. So what happened there was Florry moved his troops into Karabara to protect his 1K stack, left 1,000 men behind, then got stack wiped himself.
Yeah.
But then also managed to get a counter stack wipe in return. That one, let's see, he has that 1/6 general, really, really powerful.
Before going back to the Pretenders, there's that wounded Timbuktu stack coming back. So war going a lot better than I expected. Sorry, say that again?
I said he needs to kill the Pretenders.
Yeah, he's going to get to them now. Getting another merc company up at the Dahomey Amazons.
Shout out to the homies.
Shout out to all the homies. Yeah, this should be easy, man. Kano's army, nowhere to be seen right now. They were here earlier. Timbuktu getting baited into sieging down Sibiri Dugu. Skibidi Dugu. He's about to get him. He's about to get these guys. And then go to Timbuktu. So yeah, excellent showcase by the student right here. I would say his war going a lot better than Florry's wars were going.
Florry's doing fine. Katsina has been... Yeah, look at this war exhaustion as well. 13 war exhaustion.
Shout out Aldrahill.
Shout out Aldrahill. We haven't had a bankrupt... Well, actually, we have had one bankruptcy.
Yeah, we've had one.
That should be quite an easy victory for there. That's a massive victory. There we go. Things should have stabilized, but we have more... What do you think he's trying to get out of this war? I guess just more territory, obviously. But a big thing against the strong high, cheeky reference there.
Yeah.
Means he did get another, or he's on the way to get another stability.
Yeah,
Timbuktu being like once he's called that'll get another stability. So he's in a good place right now to let's see. Yeah, he's in a good place right now to get rid of the disaster. Like it should disappear soon.
Do we think he could potentially stay in this war till the end? For some reason.
Why would he do that?
I don't know, but he's not piecing out Timbuktu 100% versus them, Kong and Jolaf. Just decked another one on Jene and Ayr.
Should we talk to him directly?
Let's ask him, or do we wait? Maybe this is like too stressful. Nah, let's ask him. Let's ask him.
I'm just curious, dude.
The student.
Hello, student. We just wanted to pop in and ask quickly. We've seen you're not piecing out of that Timbuktu and Jolaf war despite having 100%. What's the rationale behind that?
Yeah, I'm not going to piece them out anytime soon, because otherwise I'm going to blow up my rebels. So it has to happen right at the end, all of that.
Understandable. Thank you very much.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I was right, as always.
Shout out Traxium. That's a full Traxium 20 war exhaustion strat.
Could this be the strat?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Because you don't like it. Like you don't get more powerful.
I think he wasn't able to. I think it's the best strat from right. maybe, I don't know. Because here's the thing. I think he's not trying to get rid of the disaster, I don't think. But I think that he doesn't have, like, he's limiting himself in terms of his power base to be able to expand further.
Yeah,
Right?
that's definitely a thing, yeah.
So I like, that's what's concerning to me.
So let's analyze his games a little bit more. We know that he's staying in this war with Timbuktu, Kong, and Joloff, right? Now he's fighting Janae and Ire. Presumably, after he sieges them down... Now, wait a minute. He has claims on... Does he have this? He needs transfer subject and claims borrowing claims to be able to spy on other guys, because once he gets, these guys sieged down, who's he going to declare on? He doesn't have anyone to declare on. He's going to have to wait for Futa, Jalon to spawn here.
That's what I'm saying.
Sooner or later, he has to annex someone.
He has to piece out someone. He says he's not going to do it until the end. But he's having lot's going on around here. He's in 3 different wars. He's also not piecing out of a lot of them. They are slowly getting their lands back. I'm not sure what the strat is here. He's just again. Let's give him a sec to calm down, because he's having to think about a lot of different things right now with regards to rebels.
Chat called it. Someone in chat said he's gonna no CB them, and they were right, because if we go over to the student, ladies and gentlemen, Florry may be suffering, but the student is not. No CBing Songhai, who's Bornu, Katsina, and Ouagadougou. Doesn't matter. He's already at -3 stab, bruh. He only needs to stab up once, So this is who he's fighting right now. Still appearing super stable, but Ouagadougou popping out of nowhere to unsiege Kong, who's in a completely different war.
I have to say, because I keep on doubting this man, and he keeps on like this shouldn't work. You know what I mean?
This is looking like good gameplay to me.
I know it shouldn't work. He shouldn't have it. Like he's 100 behind Florry, more than that. I think Florry's currently at 284, right? So what's he at right now?
117.
Yeah, he's almost 200 behind. He shouldn't Why does it feel like this man has a shot?
Chat. This man is not only cooking. I think he might be a Michelin star chef here, ladies and gentlemen. But that's only assuming. We'll see at the end. We don't know anything till the end. Still 24 minutes left to go. It's looking so good, though.
These things keep on getting de-sieged, right? That's kind of a problem when you have these big mercenary stacks, is you can't split them up as you'd like. And so he is kind of like sieging and re-sieging the same provinces. Not quite over and over again, but it does seem irritating to deal with. Like, he is at war with a lot of people.
I mean, it is.
And I think if he does manage to vassalize everyone in this war, because that might be the play here. I think with 20 minutes remaining, I don't think we're going to be seeing too much more in terms of like.
Did he fight Ire at any point? Sorry to interrupt here, but
no.
I guess they're the biggest guy left. He hasn't fought, right?
Yeah, and he can. Why would he not be able to vassalize them? Because you said before it was too much to vassalize.
No. I was just looking at the students' game of vassalizing them without co-belligerenting them.
Okay, right. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. He has teched up to Miltech 4. Ooh. There we go. As you see, some of these guys are at 3. Some of these guys are still at 2. He just wiped a massive Songhai army right here. Everything's looking good, man. Who does he have left to siege down? So it's Ouagadougou, Katsina, and Kennebornu. Still big guys, man. I wonder if he full annexes all of this. Or he can't, right? At a certain point, he'll not be able to take it because he doesn't have a bordering province or something. Or, I don't know.
You can vassalize and then take. You could also then no CB them afterwards. There's a lot.
I feel like it's so convoluted that he's gonna have to start doing it like 5 minutes before.
I think that's gonna be the problem. Whereas if you flip to my POV, Florry has declared another war against Fada and Gorma. Things are, like I said, things are stable as well. They're as stable as you can get in a Florry game. I'm curious as to why he's not piecing people out. I imagine it's for the same reason that the student doesn't want to, in terms of land and that sort of stuff. But I would. There's not much downside to taking a vassal here.
My question is fast enough, just like you said, the waiting.
And the student does play slower than Florry. We know this. Even though he's a little bit ahead, he does play lower. So, like I said, we'll have to see at 10 minutes if he's able to sort of push the pace a little bit, because Florry.
About 17 minutes left here.
I mean, again, he's on a razor's edge, but he's getting a couple of good events to the point where he's on +2 stability right now. So that's a great place to be when it comes to his loan situation.
Yeah, that's very nice.
So he's not in a terrible.
He doesn't really want to exploit dev, right? Because it's a dev challenge, but yeah, not going.
Well, that's the thing. Well, I mean, I think it would be worth it to stay alive for one more month, because you're losing one dev to get 40.
Yeah, for sure.
He's at war with everyone in West Africa.
Yeah, we're with everyone. So
And he has 15 minutes left. This
I'm
is
gonna
fantastic.
say with 15 minutes left, I think Florry is gonna get all of West Africa. Now, if he's lucky, I don't exactly know when these guys spawn. There are like 3 nations that it can spawn right next to him. One of them is a Fulo, which is well, actually Futa. Jalon is right there where Laith is pointing at right now. Then we got Ashanti just south of Dahomey and Bonoman right there, right here. And then you also have Fulo, which can spawn right here next to Wadai. So if you get Fulo, I guess you could push into the Horn and the Ethiopia guys, but I really don't think we have enough time for that, chat.
No, I would be very, very surprised. Like, it's literally every month they're taking over. He's got another like 7 or 8 more. Minor inconveniences, legitimacy problems, bankruptcies. He's got 6 months left before bankruptcy happens.
He might have to pause like in like 2
Yeah,
minutes.
he might not. He might not get all of it. But that's like 13 minutes is a long time for this challenge.
Let's do a little check. I mean, right now the student is still at 117. We know that he's not piecing out till the end. Florry is at what?
483.
483. That's massive. That's
amount.
actually huge, dude.
It is large.
Huge. And I'm assuming he's gonna get everyone else too.
I wouldn't assume that. It's gonna be close. This is fantastic. He's got 4 months left. He can. I think he can debase one.
Directly. I want to see what he's doing right now. Okay, a minor inconvenience, sure. So the only nations the student is not fighting right now are Dagbon, Zazao, Kano, Nupe, Benin, Yao, and Wadai. So, oh, I just saw peace out there. Who did he peace out?
I think he is white piecing. Again,
He
he has taken a bit more of a cautious approach. I don't know that I agree with staying
Staying
at war this
yeah,
entire
right.
time.
I
think
agree.
that was a
I agree
mistake.
with you. I agree with you.
Because he can't quite stretch. I mean,
peaced out the initial guys.
Florry has done a filthy amount to stretch his nation. If you flip to my POV, we're starting to see the final nations in West Africa fall. There you go. Oyo is the last one standing, and I'm pretty sure once these guys come out, he'll have gotten everything. That is, I mean, that I don't think there are any other red flags that he could get.
He's probably gonna deck on
Surely
Jolof,
not.
right?
No, he can't. Surely, he can't do this.
He's gotta.
He doesn't.
Yeah, there we go. He just clicked there.
Oh my
Meanwhile,
God.
student at max loans, stabbing back up to 0 for some reason. Why did he
To take loans at
Oh yeah, right.
4%
For loans,
interest.
that's right. He's gotta. Oh, he's bordering Tafilalt now.
When did that happen?
That's what he's looking at, decking on Tafilalt, who's allied to Tunis. Ooh, the student has started piecing out. I'm gonna go ahead and give our players a 10-minute warning.
Go for it. He can't quite take it all right now, but he'll be about to. Where does he keep summoning the money from? The guy has his PayPal tied directly to EU4. When his country gets low, he just tops it up.
You know, he's not gonna be able to take stuff after the nation that he, you know, is the first in the line. So that's why he pieced out Kong, and you know,
that's
Jolop
bad
maybe
back
wasn't
and
that
low.
necessary, but
Look at that. Oh, hang on.
he has a
Should be
tech
all right.
advantage. He should be all right.
That's another war, though.
Nearing
Yeah,
the final
Florry's-
5 minutes here. Really, it's all to play for, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, he has pieced these guys out, what I just mentioned. There we go. Rebels have started popping now. That's what he was afraid of, ladies and gentlemen, when we talked to him. It really isn't as bad as Florry's game, obviously, but
the issue
he's
is
still
that
in
he's-
some other
he's
wars.
got this, I mean, that's
winning
an insane
battles.
battle to take. Nice one. But I think the issue he's gonna have is the same thing that Florry had earlier in the game, which is the fact that the more people you're at war with, the more times that they go and de-siege territory. Let's say they take something that's not protected by a fort. Suddenly, that nation can then get one or two other like stacks that can then do it, and it's sort of a knock-on effect.
Yeah, for sure. There we
So
go.
I think
He's
Florry-
tacked up once again to 5. Miltech 5 now, by the way. Look at this. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really not a lot to say right now, right? We're just watching these guys. We know what Florry did. We know what he's doing right now with Tafila and with Tunis. We're taking a look at the student right now, and I think all that's left for us is to just sit back. There's not a lot to analyze here. There we go. Another piece out versus Timbuktu. Jene Yatenga, Songhai, Ouagadougou, Bonoman should be next. After that, the next batch. After that, the next batch. Does he have time for a final batch? And there's our final 5, ladies and gentlemen. The student 6 years ahead of Florry. These are our 2 contestants with probably the fastest PCs and the most stable internet. You know, aside from the student in the first week.
And
Seizing land from Jolof. The student piecing out Ayer, yeah. Didn't full annex them, huh?
This is the thing. I really do think that if he'd started all this, like,
Yeah, he should have been doing
the
this.
6 years
I
early.
think
'cause
it
he's
was a
6
little
years ahead.
mistake. Yeah.
I think
it was a little mistake.
I think he got in his own head, started slow, and then had to play catch up. But we've seen he can play at a fast speed. This does make things really, really interesting. And I don't want to. Firstly, Midge just whispered, "Did you just meow?" No, I said now. That makes things really interesting. Because obviously anything can happen in the last 3 minutes. But if we assume that Florry has won, you never know. The student could have been deving this entire time. If Florry has won,
The student
Florry
was deving, ladies and gentlemen.
stays top, right? But it means that we have the potential. If it's a big if.
Yeah.
If Zlevik beats Habibi and Tara beats Corbett, we have a 4-way tie for second.
Which is going to be absolutely insane.
Which is going to be insane. Going into the final week, we're going to have a 4-way tie for second.
20 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen. The student can do a final piece out. He has siege down. There we go. Wiping out Benin. And I think that was his final war as we near our final 15 seconds. It's insane. But, you know.
He's Devin.
I think our players have done all that they've done.
I think he's done everything he can.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're done. The challenge for today was True Heir of Mansa Musa, as Mali have the highest development possible. Florry chose Mali, and the student chose Mali, and we both just saw their gameplay. Rebel bombs galore. One player dealing with the disaster, the other one not dealing with the disaster. Similar strategy, different playstyles. It's time to see the results.
Yeah, but Florry has managed to actually climb up into the 7th rank Great Power. And he has a score of 611, 599 of that coming from his own development.
Very strong.
And then half it covered off. Very, very strong indeed.
And 11. You know, it would be closer at the end, but Florry just really, really ran away with it. Still, a very respectable showing by the student as he puts up a score of 482 development.
Wrong.
Gentlemen, congratulations to both of you, but more specifically to Florry, who has come out on top.
Yeah, I actually waited for the third and then for the fourth military technology, because I thought I couldn't win these wars with like these limited amount of mercenaries. So yeah, I thought I would have gotten this with longer preparation, but it was pretty hard at the end. No. I mean, did Florry complete the disaster?
He did manage to.
Oh.
So day one got rid of the nasty, and this is the thing, because you haven't played it. Neither of you played as Mali. Day one, getting rid of a couple of the nastiest events through the missions is sort of conventional play. But having said that, we both Hawk and I felt like if you had managed to get going a little bit sooner, it would have been quite close. But it was decently close as it was.
More years than Florry, but still.
It did. But Florry, how do you think that went for you, mate?
It went good. I was like really cooking in the first 20 minutes, and then some of these forts, man, they take so long, and then I got a little worried. But
we saw a lot of stack wipes as well. A lot of brave Malian lives were lost.
Oh yeah, it's just merc lives. It's whatever.
But there we go. Congratulations, Florry, on another victory. The student. This does blow the competition wide open. We do have the potential for a 4-way tie going into the final week next week. But Florry, that does mean that we will see you in the grand finals as well as obviously next week as well. So that is confirmed. Well on your way to a 6th title. But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, pristine gameplay from both of you, gents.
Thank you.
We'll be seeing you next week. Bye.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.